Hello, it's Reza with a really quick preface to today's video. I do try to cover a little bit too much and not enough time as usual. I just wanted to say a couple things before you watch this video, so I'm not going to introduce myself yet because I do that in a second. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out, and I love your comments. They really keep me going. Like it if I've helped you in any way, even a little bit. Just a little bit. Also, I want to say that I have no glamour in this episode. All of the makeup is off. My nails come off and I keep going. Things just keep happening. And the most important thing I want to talk to you about that happened during this video is that I couldn't make the Sharpie plastic bag thing work. I remembered after I did the video, I couldn't figure it out. And this is a soft foam surface. You definitely want to do your Sharpie plastic bag thing on a hard surface so that you can actually make a mark. So I did this for you. Sorry, I have a really dry mouth. Allergy season, Sudafed is just not working out for me today. So I'm going to show you this before I show you anything else. Out of context, it might not make any sense. But I've got my alcohol here. I've got my paintbrush here. And here's what I was trying to show you earlier. Dip in the paintbrush, swipe over the alcohol, and I swipe over the Sharpie, and boom. But that, interesting thing I found at the end with being able to draw right on the matte surface of the white nail, that's pretty darn useful too. So don't give up on me. Please keep watching the video when you see me going way off rail. And I will see you guys soon with my pond tutorial. But before that, you will see our Mani by Me box. The fairies are coming up. So hopefully I'll be able to do that sooner than a week, huh? Cross your fingers for me. Wish me well, and I wish you well. Good luck. Here is your lead lighting video. Hello friends, it's Reza. Welcome to channel Reza Blade. And I have here today my long-awaited lead lighting video. I am so sorry it took so long. I had a flare-up that started with my COVID vaccination a couple of weeks ago. I'm excited that I have been half vaccinated. So everybody who is, counting down to theirs or have gotten theirs, let's go. Let's go, let's go. I'm hearing a Ramones song in my head. Anyway, so I have done lead lighting. There's a couple of things I want to make sure that I talk about. Reverse lead lighting, regular old lead lighting. If you don't know what lead lighting is, it's coloring book nails. Traditional lead lighting is you put down a regular old uncolored black and white stamp, and then you wait until it's on the nail to color it in. You've got a few options for coloring it in. You've got shears that come pre-purchased, like the Hit the Bottle Jelly Shots collection. These are the creme de la creme. They are the best shears I've ever worked with. They're highly pigmented and yet also translucent, so that you see the white you see the black through the through the color, so that if there are image details in there, you still are able to see them through. And that's really the key to make sure that you do your lead lighting nails right, if right is really a word we can use. You want to be able to see those little details in there, or choose an image where you're just dealing with filling in the dots or filling in the lines, like, for example, like this peacock image, which is from a Moira stained glass stamping plate. So that's the sort of thing we're talking about with lead lighting nails. I did a video on shears a couple weeks ago. Shears are having a moment. And I wanted to address this. People have asked me about it a long time. I did a video on it like 3 years ago. And it's, it's typical of me. It's not encyclopedic, but there is a lot of detail, and I don't really go in a lot of linear order. So I'm trying to be a little more, organized this time. I want to address the other option as far as shears go is alcohol inks, and a really quick way to make your own alcohol inks is to deal with Sharpies. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And you can use a silicone mat like this. You can use a plastic baggie, which is usually what I end up using. You can use something that you decide, if you don't like the options I presented you with, of course. And I want to remind you that polish pickup starts today, April 2nd, 2021, and the NeVerMind offering is, the 90s theme is, she's doing 9-inch nails. Without you, everything falls apart. And this is a glow-in-the-dark polish. Amazing flaky green. It did take about 3 coats to do a completely opaque nail, but my sample on my Instagram account, if you go there and check out everything that I did for that manicure, does not have any undies, aka white base coat. However, this nail does. So I had done a lot of different things with this nail. I threw away 2 iterations of it. Sorry about my cuticles. 2-week-old flare-up, as I mentioned. It's just not going to happen. My skin goes to hell. Anyway, so, and this is the nail that I used the Hit the Bottle's science plate for, which is like the best plate in the world. I mean, Hit the Bottle has amazing has amazing plates, period. She just does such amazing plates. But this DNA chain is from her plate. The rest of this is from a Born Pretty plate that I don't even know. But I wanted to make sure to do a couple of lighting manicures for you today. Anyway, so I mentioned this because I did it a couple times on white and it didn't turn out. So I took the white background and I did some... in fact, this is Without You, Everything Falls Apart, just 1 coat of it. And matte top coat, of course. Now, so this is how I did this one. But the rest of them are kind of, you know, traditional lead lighting with some... I really tried hard to do the abstract brushstroke thing. I'm not good at it. It's not some sort of effortless rustic look thing. It's an I throw away 2 or 3 sets because I can't make it look right. It just, I don't know. But don't give up. That's what I'm saying here. Don't give up, because if I can do it, well, by God, certainly you can. So that's terrible of me to say. I'm not trying to be ableist about that, because I mean, hell, I'm disabled. But I'm just saying that it took me a really long time, like hours and hours and hours, to try to make something like this go off. I failed so much in so many years. So I'm really, really proud of this stupid little nail. Look at me. I did it. I think it looks okay. Finally. Other thing you can get this polish pickup round is the Hit the Bottle watertight smear-free top coat. It is the best water-based top coat. This one has some alcohol in it, so it dries quickly. You don't use much product per use. This is after about 40 or 50 manicures, maybe. I don't know. I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying I use this very, very often, and I'm halfway through the bottle. So pick up this if you can. This Hit the Bottle product is really amazing. So lead lighting we are discussing now. This is what we're discussing. So we have lead lighting traditionally, which is coloring book nails, where I'm going to take a color and I'm going to put it down, and you're still going to be able to see the shape, but it's going to be colored in. Just like this, which is what I've done. You see these things colored in. And you can see my errors. Like, I didn't know that the white was going to do that. I mean, this one you've all seen before if you've seen my last video. But this one really turned out okay. And this is coloring book nails too. These are the Sinful color shears that have released this spring. The Sheer Matte collection. Now, matte's something I need to talk to you about, because I mattify my nails before I do my lead lighting. I do a top coat to seal down the image, the stamping image, and then I do a matte top coat over that, and then I do my coloring, and then I do another glossy top coat. And in this case, I did another matte top coat over that, and they don't look all big and bulky and stupid, so it'll work out. Don't worry. Whatever look it is that you are looking for. If you hear a ball in the background, it's Mr. Gozer. He's having a moment with his ball tower, and I'm just grateful that he's not trying to get up onto the nail polish table. So anyway, so there we go. So how am I going to do this? So first thing I'm going to do is, I don't have any of my little bottle caps, or do I? Let me see. So I often use bottle caps. I use foil sometimes. Sometimes I just take it directly off the brush because I feel like I'm wasting polish. But, well, I'll use the really colorful ones. So you take a brush, fine detail brush, this or finer, I think. You can get it wherever you get your brushes. I get mine off eBay. I just look for the point that I like. And God, I don't have my reading glasses on, and I don't have, God, these jelly shots are just freaking incredible. So this is what I'm talking about, coloring book nails. It's really literally just that simple. You just take a little bit of the polish, put it in here, and, you know, whatever detail, you could have done it here. You could have just done one petal at a time and then another petal at a time, but I like the way it comes together with, I don't know what I did with my purple jelly shots. Now, one thing, if you're working with sheer polishes, if you want to make a lighter color out of a darker color, remember to use a sheer white instead of an opaque white to mix down your brightness or your darkness to lighten your color. Because if you use an opaque white to mix your color, even if you have to add a bunch of clear polish to a regular old white because you don't have Polar Bear, which is the sheer white that Hit the Bottle makes, even if you have to add sheer to your white to do it, if you want to make a dark sheer light, definitely use your sheer white to mix it. Otherwise, you'll have an opaque polish instead of a sheer polish. So I use this as an example because I made this light in one of my manicures, and I don't remember which one because I'm certainly not wearing it. Fun fact, I did 5 or 6 manicures before doing this. That's one of the reasons it took me so long. I'm just really not happy with what I'm working on. I just wanted it to be right. Anyway, so I'm going to show you, I did keep the glossy top coat on one so that I could show you if there's a difference. Okay. If there is a difference, let's see. Well, you know what? To really do, you have to do sample against sample, right? So I can't just change the color because I'm bored, because I do that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to see how this dries down. And maybe I'm wrong, but my blue, I'll give you an example. This particular nail, the blue in the beaker looked like just the lightest, stupidest, not pigmented blue until I put a matte coat on and then redid the blue. So let's see how that works if you don't mattify it. I don't know if there's a huge, actually, maybe not, but that's how, anyway, I really do have better results with mattifying, but that's why I'm giving it to you as an option, because you don't know what you like until you try. So try it out on a plastic baggie, you know, do some samples or on some fake nails or on some swatch sticks. I should probably show you my manicures and my swatch sticks just in a second. This is what I mean by reverse lead lighting. So lead lighting typically is you stamp dark on a white background so that you can use your nails like a coloring book. Reverse lead lighting is the exact opposite and just as useful. You have a dark background and a light stamp that you're going to paint in. The stamp itself is what you're going to paint over. And because the background is dark and this is white or very, very, very light color, you're not going to get the, effect of big blobby color, like, losing your shape and color. I don't know. It works out very well. It's a very good option if you have a multicolored stamp and you don't want to, like, on this, for example, on this, if I want to do red and green medallions, I could, split up the stamp and just stamp by, put one down and then another down and then another down. But you keep risking being crooked. Whereas if you just color one green, one pink, one green, one pink, one green, one pink, you could do it by reverse stamping. If you don't like reverse stamping, you can also do it by lead lighting. This one I did by lead lighting. So if you don't feel like reverse stamping it, I bet you can lead light it. So we're going to try this reverse stamping nonsense real quick. I say nonsense because I'm trying to be, I don't know. Oh, clearly I didn't clean my brush. Oh, I did a gradient on purpose, totally. Anyway, but I mean, I think you can already kind of see how much more pigmented the hit the bottle ones are than the other shears. Like that was fresh sheer polish right out of the bottle, and this was, you know, 2-minute old end of the paintbrush red polish. But they kind of look like the same pigmentation. So guess who has more pigment in there? It's hit the bottle. Of course it is. That's how that works. Okay, now, and I have a lot of requests for this, I'm going to show you how to do the Sharpie versus Sharpie / alcohol ink. If you make up your own alcohol inks, I did a video on that 3 years ago, but I'm sure that there are other videos that are better put together than me. Okay, I've lost a nail, but that's all right. I just want to really quick clean my brush. Okay, there we go. Regular lid lighting before I get anywhere. Regular lid lighting. So dark color painted on white background. I don't know what this counts as. This counts as I should have reverse stamped it. It doesn't really make much sense to lead light those tiny little lines. If you see any cat hairs, I apologize. This downstairs, ever since Gozer's moved down here, it's turned into a find the cat hair. Oh, we didn't need to play a game. There's a cat hair right there, sort of thing. This is reverse lead lighting. You might have all seen this last week or the last time I made a video. On a dark background, I stamped white and then colored it. Regular old lead lighting, the lines and the stars are the stamps, and then I colored in between them. You could have reverse stamped it, but lead lighting is so easy, and you don't have to wait for multiple coats to dry or anything. I've already shown you this one. I filled in all those medallions with that teal, sheer teal by Sinful colors. Reverse lead lighting. I like this one. We got a taupe background. We have a white stamp on top, and I used Hit the Colors. Or I don't actually know which red I used. Hit the Bottles or Sinful Colors, which is why I said Hit the Colors. It was a communication from my brain that I didn't know which one I'd use. Anyway, I like that one. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and use... I'm going to show you a couple different things because I've seen people comment about this. Now there is a Sharpie technique that involves putting Sharpie directly on the plate and then using white or silver stamping polish. I'm not going to address that today, but there are lots of videos on that online. You want to only use up to fine point so that you don't screw up the point of your blah. Eek. Oh, my nails just fell off. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just not in the mood today, so they fell all over the floor. And check out my Instagram link in the details description field if you want to see that nail set. I think I kind of showed you the nail set before, but if you want a picture, it'll be in the Instagram field. I mean, in my Instagram account. So I'm gonna make some just as much as I need alcohol ink. Are we serious with this? Is this really how this is going for me? God darn it! More nails falling out. I don't even care. So I scribble, 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 scribble. Can I get this any closer without screwing up my... Scribble, 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 scribble. Okay. Now, take my paintbrush, and I have here a little bottle tip cap of alcohol. And I scribble, 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 scribble with the alcohol. Of course it didn't work because and when I scribble with the alcohol, it makes paint. You guys, it makes paint. I'm painting. I swear to God. Okay. This works so easily every time. And here I am struggling with you because I'm filming it. Okay, scribble, scribble, scribble. Come on. You know what? I'm so upset. I know that it's just the curse of the camera being on, but it's just frustrating. I swear this works. I swear this works. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the red. If it doesn't work on the red, I'm gonna quit stamping. Oh, I think part of it's where I'm scribbling on it. It's not actually going down onto the... I'm taking it off camera to scribble it right. Apparently the background works. I mean, makes a difference. And you kind of want to see that. You can't see it. Never mind. It'll turn into a kind of a soup. And then it goes down. So this is a terrible, terrible example, but I promise you it works. Maybe I'll release like a 30-second thing. I'm so done with it. I'm so done with this. I'm so frustrated. But it really does work. Play with it a little bit. You want a lot of scribbles. You want some serious scribble time. You know, maybe I'm working with too flimsy of a, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I do this all the time. Like, all the time. So, you know, there are good stamping days and there are bad stamping days. It works. It doesn't work. I'm going to hang out a little more to try something else. And we'll see if this works. I think these ultra fine are just demon fodder. Ooh, that's pigmented still. I think what happened is I used my wrong plastic baggie of Sharpies because I think these are 10 years old and I just replaced them. That's smart, Reza. You know, I mean, you can always count on me to be human. Nope. Let's try another thing. This isn't how I normally do it. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw directly on... Oh God, this is actually working really grand. Oh my God, you could even see. Okay, so this is what I'm doing right now. It used to be the other thing worked better. Now this particular method, that's a matte method. You don't want to use that on a glossy surface. Now you can leave it as is. I'm going to try a little alcohol in there and see what happens. I keep thinking it's not as zoomed in as it is. All right. So that's how I use Sharpies to lead light. Or it's an approximation thereof. And don't forget to like, subscribe. I worked really hard on this. Maybe you didn't stay till the end, but please like and subscribe and comment below. I love your comments. So let me know, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.